Hello and welcome back. My name is Andrei.
And I'm Dominika.
And we're back again with another reaction to...
Well, again, something new. This is our second video sent by one of our subscribers, Jolly Giraffe. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
And it's a second, I say second, about the places and traveling. And this was actually, this request was inspired by us reacting to Bob Seger song Throw Me Away, when I kind of had a breakdown and said I want to just go and yeah, drive through the open road. So thank you so much, Jolly Giraffe, for this one.
Thank you.
You said that this video is gonna show some scenic drives and some beautiful places in America. Most probably it's not a good idea because then I might want to hit the open road even more, but nevertheless, thank you so much. This video is from the channel Geography King. So I'm very curious to check it out. 10 most scenic drives in the US.
Are you ready?
Yes.
It's not even top 10. It's just 10 randomly, probably, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Howdy, it's Kyle talking about the 10 most scenic drives in the US. I've been fortunate enough to drive around the country many times and I've seen some really beautiful drives. In this video, I want to talk about the 10 that I believe are the most beautiful in my opinion. This is not going to be a countdown, just an overview of the drives, although I will save my personal favorite one for the very end. And all of the footage and images you're going to see are taken from the side of the road or very nearby. You won't have to stop and get out of the car, hike for a couple of miles to get to some of these spots, or drive down some weird funky dirt road to get to them. And also, I have not been to either Alaska or Hawaii, and although I'm sure there are some very beautiful drives in those states, I won't be including them because I haven't actually done them. So let's take a look at the 10 most beautiful drives in the contiguous US. I want to start by talking about the Oregon coast. The whole coast is very nice, but I wanted to focus on the parts between Lincoln City and Brookings. This follows US Highway 101, and for most of the stretch you're right along the coast. There are a few spots where you go a little bit inland. But one thing that is really great about Oregon is that all of the beaches are public. There's public access all along the way, and there's no big development going up and down the coast. There are no big cities. In fact, the biggest towns are under 10,000 people. There is a part where you go inland a little bit around Coos Bay, which is the big city in the area with about 15,000 people. But all of the coastal towns have less than 10,000.
So beautiful.
Effectively, the entire Oregon coast is one big state park, and there are all kinds of spots where you can stop and get out to the beach. It's just really nice to see one long stretch of coastline in the US that isn't completely developed with giant hotels and big cities.
You see the road is
road
going
up there.
there. Wow.
Alright, on the top. I see it now.
That is amazing. I think after what he said, I think I'm moving to Oregon. There are no big cities there on the list.
Yeah, that's what you like, eh?
Yes. So I think Oregon coast is my place. And we just started, is the first one. So
It's truly beautiful. I was looking at the sea and all of this, and I was just just a couple of days we've been talking about. Oh, I miss a bit England because we were so close to the sea there, 1 hour driving, and every weekend you want to just go go for a walk on the beach or something. But here we're a bit farther, so yeah. When I see, oh my God,
here where we're living right now is a little heart of the mountain area, isn't it? We're surrounded by mountains, and we have around how long is to the sea?
Well, around 8 hours, kind of like that.
Yeah, drive. So it's not a day trip, most probably.
Yeah, you cannot go just for a day and come back. Yeah,
no. But this looks so beautiful because you almost have everything. You have some mountainy, and then you have a ocean. It's absolutely beautiful, and the trees and everything. Wow, and no people that many. I mean, no big cities. This is Dominica, Oregon. I'm coming. Okay.
Ready? Oh, this is Oregon coast. Okay.
Yes, Oregon coast.
Okay, next one.
Next, I want to talk about the drive in and around Theodore Roosevelt National Park in western North Dakota. If you didn't know beforehand and you had to guess what state this was based on this footage, you might need about 40 guesses or so to get North Dakota. This is one of my favorite national parks in the country, and it's a great spot to get away from crowds. And you'll see a lot of wildlife here, a ton of bison, a lot of wild horses, big prairie dog towns. And just the general scenery of the North Dakota Badlands is beautiful. There are two different units to the national park, the North and South unit. Hardly anybody goes to the South unit, and even fewer go to the North unit. You can drive around each of the two units, and US Highway 85 connects them both. If you're driving through the north unit outside of the time between Memorial Day and Labor Day, there's a very good chance you won't see anybody else in the park except for maybe a park ranger. There's really nowhere else in the US that has this type of scenery, and yes, it's in North Dakota. The next drive
I just want to say that, you know, watching this, you can see the difference, and I appreciate the difference. There are seeing a scenery like this we don't have in even, well, I don't think in Europe. I haven't seen, or I haven't visited, and that's what really kind of tickled me, that I would love to go and see, because we have mountains, but it's a different kind of mountains, isn't it?
True, because the country is so big, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
You cannot from one side to another, or everything looks so completely different and so
That's
beautiful.
true.
And you know, he said he had the favorite one, and he keep it for the last. Already I have a problem. We watch only two, and I don't know what to, if I'm gonna even come with a favorite in the end. It's so hard to pick.
Yes,
because they are so
Oregon
beautiful in different way.
That's
Oregon?
correct. Yeah, because it looks like the coast got everything. It's got a little, and it's got mountains and all the beautiful trees, and then you have an ocean. Well, how can you not love that?
All right, ready?
Yes.
want to talk about is in their neighbor to the south, South Dakota. When most people think of scenic beauty in South Dakota, they're going to think about Mount Rushmore and the Black Hills first, and that's both very nice. But what I wanted to talk about here is the drive between the town of Custer and Badlands National Park.
Oh my
Just
God.
east of the town of Custer, you get to Custer State Park. And this has got some nice scenery, but the best part about this drive is you're basically guaranteed to see a whole bunch of bison. They'll just be there chilling, roaming the streets, wishing people weren't there to bother them. But going a little bit farther east, you get to Badlands National Park, and this is where the scenery gets really gorgeous. The last time I was at this park, it was really cold, a bit too cold to be going hiking, but the drive is really nice going through the park, so you can see some really nice scenery and not even get out of your car. Heading way southeast.
You know, the thing is,
Definitely, I didn't see anything like it, ever.
I want to say, it feel like it's from a different planet.
It is. I completely agree with you. I never ever, you know, this reminded me, we did watch someone was traveling in a van, the couple, they were in Spain. You could see this kind of mountain, so geographical, whatever it's called.
Yeah, but it feel different, the colors and everything.
Yeah,
it's
definitely, wow, that was so unique and beautiful.
I think, you know, now I can picture a bit the songs. We kind of, you say, work in a car going through all of these places. But it's hard to pick.
Oh man!
With America, it's really hard to pick. I think you need a lifetime to see everything and to be everywhere. Ready?
Yeah.
Is the drive across the Florida Keys. I'm talking specifically here US Highway 1 between Key Largo and Key West. The whole drive between the two is almost like being on one big bridge. You go through all kinds of small islands, the Keys, and the whole time you're just seeing this beautiful turquoise water. There are several spots where you can stop and get out of your car along the way, and I remember I stopped at one and got out of the car and saw a couple of iguanas running around. I can see this road being kind of a pain in the butt and high traffic on busy holiday weekends, but it's all worth it when you get to the end at the Conch Republic. In my opinion, the most beautiful stretch of drive along an interstate is Interstate 70 in the central part of Colorado. Between the towns of Eagle and Idaho Springs is the highest elevation of anywhere on a U.S. interstate. The highest point is Loveland Pass at just under 12,000 feet. To go over the pass, the interstate itself goes through a tunnel, but you can take a side exit and go on U.S. Highway 6 to go over the actual pass. And with you being at almost 12,000 feet for a good chunk of the year, there's going to be a lot of snow on the mountains. So if you want to experience high altitude and thin air but not go on some crazy hike or on some weird back roads, you can do it on I-70 in central Colorado. Next up, arguably the most famous.
Wasn't that a little bit similar to what you have in Romania?
The roads through the mountain, like
through
that.
the mountains.
Feel a bit, yeah.
A little bit similar.
Feel like home that bit. But the rest what we saw, nothing like. Even that stretch of the road on the bridge on the turquoise water, all of that, it's so unreal.
It is unreal.
Is it a sea crazy there like that to come and really wavy or something, or is it just all the time calm? And
I think it is. I don't think
because I saw the house is really close to
yeah, and there are little small islands. I have no idea, but wow, this it looks like a dream. I honestly, like you said, it's from a different kind of world. Are you in some kind of movie? Wow, this was so beautiful.
Ready?
Yes.
Famous drive in the U.S., the Blue Ridge Parkway. This goes through a large part of the southern Appalachians in North Carolina and Virginia, and my favorite part of the drive is the stretch between Asheville and Boone. You go right near Mount Mitchell, which is the highest peak in the eastern U.S., and this is a very nice drive no matter what time of the year you do this. The most popular time is going to be the fall, especially October during the peak fall foliage season, but that's also when it's the busiest, so you can go in the spring or summer and it's still very nice, very green. And even during the winter with no leaves on the trees and a light dusting of snow, it is still very pretty. Next up is arguably the most famous drive in the western US, and that's the Big Sur coastline in California. You've probably seen footage and images of this drive many times, and a lot of folks that are not familiar with California think this is much farther north in the state than it is. This is California Highway 1 between the towns of Carmel and San Simeon, which is where Hearst Castle is. And for most of this drive, you're along a big high cliff. There's all kinds of pull-offs. You can look over at some big drop-offs down to the ocean.
Wow.
And there's some serious wilderness between the coast and the valley on the other side of the mountains. And every few years, one of those bridges gets washed out and the road has to be closed. And the handful of people that live back there are basically cut off from society until the road gets repaired. So this is a drive where you'll definitely want to pull over at some of the turnouts to get your photos and some nice views, as opposed to oohing and awing while you're driving.
I just want to talk about what he said about the bridge gonna be washed up. Good didn't happen in Romania. If something like that happened, they'll fix it in 10 years or something like that.
They are in Romania a little bit slow, I would say, on the slow
really
side.
Slow.
Not to go deep into details. You know what? I definitely love the coast when they have cliffs or when they have mountains. This is for me like an ultimate happiness. You have everything. You have a water and you have a mountain.
Yeah, but you need the beach as well to go a bit on the beach.
I'm sure there are some places you can come down to the beach. But wow, everything looks absolutely stunning and breathtaking. Some of the footage is that it looks like, well, no, it doesn't look like a person couldn't create that. Nature. You kind of, when you watch this kind of footages, you think, you stop and you think how great the nature is, and think how small we are compared to the nature. You know what it can do, and how the world is created to perfection, and we try to chase something. No, this is the.
You know, I feel America really have everything. Like if we talk about nature, about our landscapes, and about
that's
everything.
for sure. Traveling destinations, definitely you can get anything. Wow.
Every state, it's so different. Every state, they have their own thing, and it's wow. I mean, yeah, it's like we don't know, but you still.
Yeah, well, we don't know.
We don't know actually. Yeah. Ready?
Yes.
Next, I want to mention the north shore of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan along Lake Superior. Specifically, I'm talking about the stretch between the towns of Marquette and Grand Marais. You're hugging the lake shore for a big chunk of this drive.
No.
You can see Grand Island out in the lake as you go around it, and it goes right to Pictured Rock National Lakeshore, which is a really nice spot. You can't see the beautiful cliffs of Pictured Rock from the road, but you are not that far from it. But even if you don't go off the main road into the National Lakeshore, just staying on the road is a really nice drive. You'll go around.
Is that a lake? Yeah, it was showing the lake.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like a sea.
It's huge, isn't it?
And the forest, how come you have like that, something like that in Poland? You have
so I don't
no
think
forest with the lake, but not this scale and nothing like that.
We have a really little forest with a little lake.
Yeah.
Compared to what you think here. So this is Michigan. So this I could see was a border with Canada, right?
I didn't look.
On the map.
Look.
Oh, okay.
I will look let's look when you finish it. Wow, look here, people going on a little breeze.
Just
Just
a little bit. Wow, this is so. That's what I mean. Look how little we are. Look at that.
I cannot believe it's a lake in a way. Look, bigger than our Black Sea here or something like that. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Go.
It's yeah.
Found some nice sand dunes, and you'll end up in the really cute town of Grand Marais. Most of the UP of Michigan is very beautiful, very wooded, but especially this spot along the north shore of the Upper Peninsula is where you have some of the most beautiful views.
My God.
Let me go back because you asked me about where it was, and then okay.
Yeah. Look, so you have here Toronto,
That's
Ottawa.
the border. Yeah.
So it's gonna be.
The lake. Oh my, yeah, it is.
So
a
it's
lake.
joined. So the Lake Superior. So the lake is partially in the US and partially in Canada, right? By the look of things. So if I decide to swim in that lake,
it's a lot of lakes. Looks like.
Yeah. This is so beautiful. I think Jolly Giraffe mentioned in her message that she can attest for this one. She visited on a few occasions. Wow, this is so beautiful.
Wow.
Amazing. Okay, the next one.
Next up is a nice drive around some mountain lakes in western Maine. I'm talking primarily about the areas around Rangeley Lake, Mount Blue State Park, and the Sandy River Valley. Part of this area is called the Carabasset Valley. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced, but just some nice wilderness mountain lakes. Rangeley, or maybe it's Rangeley, I know is a very popular spot for people from Maine to go to in the summer, popular spot for people to have cabins. But even if you're just doing the loop drive in the area, you'll get some really fantastic
this looks a
scenery.
Bit like in Europe,
and I'm pretty sure there are some characters
from
from Stephen King novels buried out there.
Wow.
And in general, western/northwestern Maine is where you're going to find some of the deepest wilderness in the eastern U.S. And now for what I think is the most beautiful drive in the U.S. is to drive in southern Utah, going through the national parks Zion, Bryce Canyon, and Capitol Reef. This is classic canyon country and a big part of the Grand Circle.
We don't have?
Do we?
Well, we almost have something little here in Alba, I would say.
Oh yeah,
nothing comparing.
But we don't have. I don't think we.
Something like that is only in America. I don't think I ever see anywhere else something like that.
Okay.
I think I don't know which one is the best part.
Road trip tour that a lot of people do. The whole Grand Circle includes the 5 national parks of Utah as well as the Grand Canyon and other parts of northern Arizona, but I do think this particular stretch is the most beautiful. Driving through Bryce Canyon National Park requires going down a spur road into the park, but it's definitely worth it. And there's another spot called the Hogback, which is just this crazy ridge. It's a narrow road with a big steep drop off on both sides. I've driven over that part many times, and when I've been with other people, they always get kind of freaked out. Probably isn't the best time to have a tire blowout. You'll also go through Grand Staircase, Escalante National Monument, and a bunch of state parks as well. And the road goes right through Capitol Reef National Park, which is where you'll see some of the most colorful sandstone in the U.S. This drive is much longer than the other ones I talked about in the video, but it is definitely worth checking out the entire route. Although I do highly recommend stopping at least a few times along the way and probably want to make this a multi-day drive. So that's my overview of the 10 most scenic drives in the US. This is a huge country, it's a beautiful country, and the best way to see it is from the road. I made sure to include different drives from various parts of the country so that way everybody is fairly close to at least one of these. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up to let me know you approve, and subscribe to this channel if you're interested in learning more about geography. I'm talking about cross-country road tripping like this, talking about cities and states, ranking them in all kinds of different categories, and I'm a bit of a nerd, so everything comes from a little more nerdy type perspective. But yeah, thanks for watching. Geography King, signing out.
It's amazing.
Oh, like in the movies. Wow. No, I cannot. You know, it's...
So if you had to choose the favorite?
I cannot.
So if someone said, okay, we can sponsor your trip to one of these, but only one, which one would you choose? You have to.
No.
But then we're not going.
I'm staying home. No, it's not like that. I want to go.
Going without you.
No, no, wait. I mean, I tried to take a peek to all of this. I don't know. You know, this one with the last one for me, it was kind of appealing.
So you agree with Geographic King?
No, I don't want to agree
No, but it's like,
I let me think about it. I might go for Michigan. I don't know. I did like the Oregon on the beginning with this one. I think this is beautiful. Like I said, I miss the sea. But Great Canyon and all of that, that's so you don't have it.
Yeah, we definitely don't have it. This kind of scenery, we don't have it. In that...
Yeah, I will go Great Canyon.
Okay.
Just because, yeah, why not?
That's a good reason.
It's
the longest drive.
If you put it like how you put it, I mean, you have to pick one. So
well, yeah. If someone I want to know.
So what you pick?
I think I would go to the Oregon.
Yeah, but I'm not agree with him. That's my preference. I don't want to be agree with nobody.
I think I would go to the first one. I would start from the first. For whatever reason, I don't know. Everything he was saying about it was like, oh. That's my place to be. I would love to see. All of them, they were so wild and they're surrounded by nature. So it wasn't really that many humans, let's say, unless you're going in a certain time of the year. But it was something most probably, like you say, we miss sea a little bit, and that looked so
that vibe.
Yeah, you have the mountains, the trees, everything.
It's truly beautiful, actually. The first one.
Every single one.
Yeah,
but I would say that this is something I would definitely go because we don't really have like that. When I was in not even comparing, but. When I was in Sardines, was a little bit like that. That you had on one side we had the mountains, on the other one was the sea, but not on that scale. I think in America everything is so huge because the country is so huge. So all the views, all the scenery, it's just you can go and go and go. Yeah,
everything. Yeah,
you just go and go and keep going, and there is never ending. And I think this. Yeah.
I change. I go there too.
Okay, so we come together.
Because I was just thinking I can swim in the sea and all of that.
You don't really.
I'm not swim. But if it's salty, the water holds you a bit up like that. So I don't really know to swim that well. Or you can blow me something so I can stay on it. You know what I mean? No, I think I look now. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know. And we think about it. This was just a little peak, 10 little places. Not little, but 10 places from such a huge country. Probably there are thousands like that.
And we already think because whenever someone mentions of this song about the place, or when in the comments a lot of people mention, "Oh, I'm from here," "Oh, and this happened."
And we always check.
We always check, and you know what? There is not even one place I wouldn't like to visit. Let me put it this way. But definitely, probably Los Angeles. I never.
Yeah, that's
my
favorite.
Go, so
the thing is,
I have to follow. I guess
we have to go on a nice dining to eat some burgers and all of that when we're driving. Okay, you're gonna be hungry.
For sure, I'm gonna be hungry. There's no two ways about it. Wow, you know what? Right now, I would love to
pancakes and maple syrup.
Yes, and the bacon. I would love to fly to America, rent an RV or camper, whatever you call it, and go for the
I think that's the way to go for it.
Yeah.
On the road. But we need a few months. How do we do that?
How do we do that? Easily. We just take a few months, I don't know, off from life. Break.
Till then I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
Sometimes dreaming is healthy. All right. I want to say we're going to put the link with the video down below so you can go and check it. It's really beautiful, and I'm ready to pack the bags.
Let's pack the bags.
All right. Hope you enjoy our reaction, and see you again next time. Have a lovely day and all the best.
Thank you so much for
watching. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.